Aloha, I'm Gary and I'm going to be presenting about this topic which is over here, the typography principles. And by doing so, I will be answering every one of these three questions over here. And then, yeah, along the presentation, I will answer every one of them and I'll do my best to be clear enough to um, make my explanation um, simple to understand, if I can say that. Okay, to start off, I will be answering this first question. What considerations I need to go into choosing a font? Okay, there's actually many steps that needs uh, to be done and to pay attention to. According to the websites the first website actually that I was looking at, it says that while we choose the font of our for our web page, it is important to understand the topic of the page. I mean the website that we will be talking about. Meaning that if it's a I don't know, website for the government, we're not gonna put fancy pictures or photos of anybody. It should go along the topic that we want to talk about on our websites that we will be creating. It says that it's like getting dressed. In the morning, it is important to find the right balance for the occasion. So if I go to work, I'm not gonna dress up as if I go to a dance, for example, or go meet my friends. There's a specific dress for every one of the events that we're going to, and it's the same thing for a website that we are designing. It is important to have the topic and then to go along the topic. So, um, as well, it is important to categorize the different types faces, meaning that the font can give a clear idea of what kind of page will, of what kind of website will be about, and it is important to have the details, to have the details as well as the having the website clean. So meaning not having too much things that are useless or not even related to the topic of the website. And then it talked also about the old styles. There's actually some styles that have this contrast between thick and thin, and some of the old stars are still used today because they are considered to be so perfect that they don't need to be used. And it is important to um, maybe to have a look of this kind of old style font that may be useful for the website that we will be creating. And it is another thing that was mentioned was about the transitional and modern. So it is more important to make it more geometric, sharp, and virtuosic as well. And then finally, um, maybe it is more to remember that we do not need to put too much things on the website that cannot be um, that are not useful, I should say. I actually have a website here um, that I chose um, for as an example, and you can see here. This is a church news website. You can see actually here that I you have the title over here, of course, and then you have the tempo over here. And when you open the page, the website, the first thing that you're gonna see is this one, because your eyes will be more attracted by the maybe by the blue background, which with an image of a temple and the title itself. And you can see that the title is bigger than everything else that we'll be talking about. And then the subtitle over here, the news that the church news we'll be talking about will be just underneath of the main title of maybe of the logo, if I can say that, and then the, the website will be talking about it, about this main topic, which has a different color from others. And then let's go back to the second question: the role on contrast, hierarchy, and space and size of setting type. So let's talk about the contrast first. It is important to make sure that we can understand. I mean, we can read what we the website. As I said here, is important is a good example because you can, as I said earlier, read clearly the how do you say the title and the subtitle of the website, and make the difference between the content. And it is a good idea to put a temple because it will be talking about the temple in New Zealand. Okay, and then let's see another one. As I said earlier, it's important to make sure that we can read. Um, let's go over here. I have an example over here. Um, you can see that the background and the words that I put on are not really clear. So it's important to make sure that we can really read the words that or the contents of the website. So meaning that we have to choose a good background, yeah, or else it's gonna be like that. You can still read it, but you cannot really read it um, in a proper way, and not everybody actually can read it. So it's important to have a good background. And over here, even though it's white, you can even clear it. It says that we do not need to be afraid to have white spaces as well, because it can be useful to have white spaces. And then for the size, as I said earlier, not too big, not too small. You have to make sure that the reader can read it. The hierarchy, the best way is to differentiate the contents. As I said earlier, you can differentiate the title from the subtitle and the content itself with the picture over here. And then the space, actually talked a little bit about it. You can see that there's some space over here. Doesn't mean that the page is poor itself, but it means that sometimes the page needs to breathe, meaning that if you find that something is there and is useless, might as well taking off from the website than having too much useless things on the web page. And then over here you have the content and the explanation of the title, the subtitle, I should say. So yeah, this is a good example of from the church news website that I found that can answer actually in a perfect way these two questions over here. So that's pretty much all what I want to talk about. Hopefully it's clear enough, and mahalo.